Dormail, home of a great night's sleep.
That we had to get dressed in our outfits together in a telephone kiosk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our gorgeous Linda Lusardi and the lovely twin name Debbie Paver. Debbie, welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Debbie.
It's been such fun. Such fun.
And Debbie, you're from apart from being absolutely gorgeous yourself, you're from a really fabulous background, aren't you? With your brand, which is Paver's shoes.
Shoes, yeah.
My God.
We all love shoes, apart from Debbie, because you're not into shoes, really, are you? You wear them, you have to.
Yeah.
Women love shoes.
And I obviously met Debbie. We used to sell. Well, I was doing my skincare, and you were doing your shoes at Ideal World.
Yeah,
long time ago.
Room endlessly, wouldn't we?
Yes,
endlessly, and waiting.
And I've got lots of new lines in your brand now.
Yes, lots of new things. We're just expanding all the time, really. And the demographic is very broad. And because of this awful times we've been living through, our online presence has become enormous, which is just brilliant for us, because all the high street and all the outlet stores, obviously, we're all closed. So when you are a retailer, you're banking on people walking through your door. And suddenly they're not walking through any door, and you've still got all your staff, you've still got all your expenses, all your overheads. So online became really big, catalogue, online buying, even sort of people that have never done it before edged towards it, I think being shown by daughters, granddaughters, whatever, how to do it. And then you've got them and they're there. And it's like an extended family, because people get to know you. And like when I can be walking down any street and people will say, I've got them, I've got 2 pairs, because they don't sort of even say it's Debbie, isn't it? They just feel like they know me because they do know me, because I chat to them directly. So it's lovely.
So what's the website? You can have a look at your
Pavershoes.com. Yeah.
.com.
So we love Debbie's shoes, and we thought when she came on, we had a spotlight with her on WonderBirds, and we loved her so much. We had 2 spotlights, and we said, why don't you come on as a guest presenter? So I'm so happy that you've done that. And so we have a nice guest for you today, Debbie. We have the wonderful Eric Knowles. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi. Hello, darling. Yes, I'm very well, darlings, plural.
Lovies.
Yeah.
Lovies. We had a few technical problems getting you here, but it's a bit hard, flying through our nest, because we don't have any radar system, so you couldn't find us. But eventually, when you get to the nest, it's quite comfortable when you get here.
I've got the only steam-driven PC in the country. That's yeah.
Fabulous.
Eric,
hello you. Hello, Linda.
I haven't seen you for a long time, have I?
Well, we are we going to talk about this, or
I think we should. I think we should do. Yeah, quite. I've waited 20 years to talk to you, but anyway. So who else? Oh, yes, okay. So I can see you, Debbie. Yes, obviously. So we got Debbie, we got Dee, got Linda, and we have another Debbie with us.
They call me Debbie, like it's easier.
Yeah, Debs Craven.
Debs is good.
Yeah, the very same.
No, she's
right. Excellent.
Debbie, this is Debbie Pavers, the shoe lady.
I'm a
I thought you said Craven then for a minute.
The bag lady.
I was just about to say I've got all your albums. Pavers, right? Okay. Was that Pavers or Avers? Come on, straighten up with me.
Paver.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. I'm sorry to forgive me for being so rude, but anyway, I've got a hearing loss in this ear, because that's the side my wife sits in the car telling me where I've gone wrong, and everything else. So well, ladies, thank you for having me.
What I want to know is, what did you do with Linda Lusardi 20 years ago?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Tell more.
Well, it was not really too risque, was it, Linda? But we took part in a program in Snowdonia, which my 2 sons thought was absolutely wonderful. It was driving around in a 4x4, I don't know, it was a Range Rover or whatever. It was called Hit the Road. It was sort of a pilot program. and we were given various tasks to do. And Linda and I we were teamed up together, and we had to go out and find costumes to dress up as superheroes.
You've got a better memory than mine. I'm glad you're telling this story.
well, you had champagne for breakfast, as apparently was your want. So yes, we did actually. No, there's no truth in that. Pure fabrication. But I just wanted to see your eyes. What I do remember, I remember two things. The first was that some workmen shouted something out to you in Welsh. And I said, you know what they said? And you said, forgive me for saying this, no, but it was probably show me your tits. But it did happen, even though you forgot. And the other thing was, of course, that we had to get dressed in our outfits together in a telephone kiosk.
Oh, that was our challenge, was it?
That was the challenge. No, I don't want to. Forgive me. I don't want to sound like a lounge lizard. It was a challenge for Linda, but it was a dream for me. So we won't say any more on the matter. But the fact that I've remembered it in such detail.
Please tell me what did you wear and what did Linda wear? What costumes were you in?
You know, I'm for the life of me, I can't remember. I think it involved putting my underpants on the outside. I think and. Linda, if you can remember, you're better than me.
This is all new to me. I can't remember any. I do remember being in a car with you, and I can remember the show, and I remember who was the runner that was on it who never stops talking.
Was that talking or stalking?
No, talking.
Talking, right.
What's his name?
Did he go on to other things in TV? Because they usually do.
Yes, he did. Oh, he's very famous, but I can't remember his name. But I remember there were some great people on it, and we all had breakfast together, and we were there for a few days, weren't we?
Well, I do remember there was Jono, the Australian DJ. There was, dare I say, there was Leslie, or John Leslie. There was.
Who was the little woman that used to do the coffee that talk like that? She talked.
Oh yes, Sandra Dickinson.
Sandra
Dickinson. He spoke like that.
That's right. That's right.
And talking.
There was also Nick, the girl from Rochdale, whose brother was a DJ, used to be on the All Grey Whistle Test. Andy Kershaw. It was Liz Kershaw. Because I remember her.
She's been one of our presenters.
Oh, has she?
She's been an honorary WonderBird.
I'll never forget her greeting to me. It was, "Who are you?" Who are you? I thought you cheeky monkey.
I remember you were an absolute gentleman, and that we had a really good laugh.
Well, thank you, Linda. That's very, very, very sweet of you. And of course, we have a mutual friend in the Bish. I think, as in Keith. Keith Bishop. Is my dear friend.
He knows Keith. Yeah, we all know Keith.
So, and you've been in the wars, Pet, haven't you? You've had a health issue and one thing or another.
I'm fine now. It's like 18 months on or 15 months on. So yes, it's old news now, and I'm not going to look back. I'm only looking.
No, of course not. Don't mind me mentioning it, but you do look the picture of health.
Thank you. Thank
you. Thank you.
And Eric,
Debbie, do you have a question for Eric?
Yes.
Is your house full of glass and ceramic, since it's your specialist thing? Have you got it everywhere?
No, it's around me where I am now.
Yeah.
Because this is my office. This is my. Well, it's more not a cave. It's more like my man box.
Yeah.
So I've got. If I give you a quick turn over there, can you see that? That's all sort of. Well, you can't really see it, but that's all Moorcroft pottery and such like. And the other things I've got lots of. Oh God, I've realised I'm on my phone. The other thing I realised is that I've got a lot of books, because books is knowledge. Wait for this. And knowledge is power. and I learned that a long time ago. So I have had it, but I've had this really expensive hobby called children. And nothing in my house is forever. And when you've done as many probates as I have, without getting deep, I know it's getting late. We've had a lot to drink, but you know, we don't own anything. We just pay for the privilege of being his custodian while we're on the planet.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a lovely way of looking at things, because you've got a great sort of synergy with the planet, haven't you, Eric? The way you feel about, you know, sort of relating to things. I love that about you.
Oh right, I didn't realise we'd discussed this, but yeah, I do. I'm sort of when it comes to life and death and all that sort of stuff, I've got a lot of what you call spiritual friends, and they're not bonkers. They're as normal as me and you.
Yes.
Well, they're as normal as me. So I can't really speak for anybody else, but you know, they are normal people, and so yeah. You go through, life's a journey, isn't it? Life's a journey. And I think we're given various obstacles that we have to deal with. And it's, if anybody's living the perfect life, I'd like to know who they are and how they managed it. Because about having said all that, yeah, I mean, what I'm very grateful for is the privilege of getting older.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so many people try to sort of, you know, hide their age, or like myself, and pretend, you know, we're not the age we are.
You're fishing. Stop it. You know you're a babe. So there's no point.
Though, isn't it? It is a privilege to be, you know, to have lived so long and to have experienced so many amazing things. And I think gratitude is the big one, isn't it, Eric? And I know that you're very spiritual, which me too, and I think that's, you know, that really helps you, and it gives you strength, I think. It gives you a balanced view. I mean, there are times you go off piece and forget about all that stuff. You start tearing your hair out. But no, I've got to the stage. What's going on behind you? Is that a huge dog? It is behind you. Exactly.
What is that?
Staying with Debbie.
Oh my goodness me! My God!
And this is Tinkerbell. This is.
Are you living on Are you living on Exmoor? I mean, it's like the Hound of the Basketball just walked in.
So Dee's upstairs in my house.
Yes.
Even though she's wherever she is on your
she's in your house.
That's my dog.
Yes, I'm staying with Debbie at the moment.
That's behind her.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Yes. We have no pets, I'm afraid. Where we did, my boys wanted a dog, and I said no, and they said, please come with a little dog. No. Well, they run off. Mummy says we can have a little dog. Oh, really? Well, go and tell your mother. If she's prepared to walk that dog 365 degrees in any weather, we'll talk about it. They run off. They run back. No, Mummy says, when you get the dog, well, you'll be walking the dog. No, I'm not. Daddy, please can we have a little dog? No, Daddy, why can't we have a little dog? Because, and you're thinking on your feet, because I would get trauma. Why would you get trauma, Daddy? What's trauma is when you get upset. Well, why would you get upset? I said, because it's always a man walking his dog that finds a murder victim. And I said, you know, for God's sake, you're 17, you're 17, you're 19, you can afford your own dog anyway. So there you are. There is a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth in that, but not the ages. Yeah.
Debbie, do you have a dog?
I've got a dog. She's just here. Hang on a minute. Come on, Crumpet. She's called Crumpet. I can imagine my husband called her that. Darling, 1 second. I'll just bring her up here. She's a little dashy.
Okay. Oh, right.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I'm missing you. Show Uncle Eric.
I had 2 of those, Debbie.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. I adore her.
I love
that. I can see. Yes.
I love that.
Lovely. Thing. And when I go places that don't allow dogs on the floor, I have a dog bag. And people don't notice she's there, and then they go, "Oh, the dog."
I used to have mine in a black shoulder bag with its head poking out, and I'd put my coat just over her head while we went in restaurants, and she'd sit next to me on the floor in a restaurant.
Yeah, I sneak her in restaurants and in everywhere else.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She's lovely.
Looks exactly like my old dog.
Linda's suffering from dogitis, And and I know you lost your beautiful boy. I know every time my dog goes over there, she tries to kidnap her. I see her.
I'm fighting against getting another one because when I had COVID and I came out of hospital and the dog just never left my side. And then unfortunately he had some spinal disease I didn't know about, which a lot of Dachshunds get, and had to be put down. And I haven't got over it. It's just been a year, and I feel like it only happened yesterday. And I don't think I could go through that again. I really don't. So I'm not. That's why I'm not getting another dog, because I couldn't bear.
Well, I think something will happen, because I always said I'd never get another, and I always do. And I'm now, I think you just do. Just something, that somebody will arrive on your doorstep. Literally, that's what happens, and they can go.
No, I have an affinity like Debbie with Dachshunds. I absolutely love Dachshunds, and I've had two, that have died really early through sort of hereditary diseases. One went blind and got. Died and had a heart attack. The other one, spinal thing. I just don't think I could take anymore.
No.
Well, perhaps it's that breed. No. The reason I got my Tibetan Terrier was because I had a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel who dropped down dead from a heart attack. So I researched dogs that lived for a long time. And Tibetan Terriers have a really, really long lifespan, because they, at the time, this is going back 20 years, they weren't into bred. So I found a rescue one, and he lived till he got diabetes. So I'm a really good dog owner because of him. And I had to jab him 3 times a day. He was really young. Can you imagine that? Giving a dog, insulin. And I remember saying to the vet, I can't do this. And the vet said, if you don't do this, he dies. So it makes you do it.
Whoa.
And he was diabetic at the age of 5, and he lived till he was 13. So pretty good. And it was an amazing life. But you used to find him in a hypo sometimes. You used to find him at the bottom of the stairs like this. I used to have to give him honey and inject him and bring him back. But he was an amazing dog. And then after him, I got, when he died, I got Disney. Who was again another rescue. So they're always rescues. And Disney lived till he was 16, as well. So and died actually. He had he was an old man, and he just kind of got dementia, and that was that. But I've been very lucky with my dogs, and now at the moment I've got loads of them. I've got so many dogs in this house. I can't even begin to tell you about my dog journey. But at the moment I have my Chihuahua Beanie, and I've got Tinkerbell and Bear, and sometimes I have 6 dogs here, and sometimes I have 4. So there you go.
Goodness.
And you say, the thing is, Debbie always says she can't cook, but she cooks beautiful meals for her dogs, the most nutritious food. And I always want to eat all the food when I see it. She says, no, it's for the dogs. And then we get a takeaway. But the thing is, that's why they live so long, because you feed them brilliantly. I mean,
but I think the thing is, Eric, the reason I cook so well for my dogs is because they don't ever complain.
Yeah,
they never complain. Oh well, of course. There's logic.
Yeah,
not like the humans.
You didn't ever cave in and get a dog then, Eric?
No. I did concede on the pet front, and they got fish. We had an aquarium full of fish. 1 or 2 were called Bob. 1 or 2 were called Eric, because that was great fun to call fish after their father. But I have to say that I had to clean out that aquarium every month, and I think it would have been easier walking a dog every night. Actually,
Oh yeah.
There you go.
The worst thing was. Sorry, I'm talking over you. I do apologize. All I'm saying, the worst thing was when you went away on holiday and you came back, and there was an auspicious smell in the air. You knew the electric had failed while you were away. And all these gloriously coloured fish just became opaque white, and they were floating on the top. They
fish daddy then.
No. I do love dogs. I'm not keen on cats. I'm sorry to say, where were you in '62? I realised none of you were born, but I was 9 years of age, and I was running down the St. Paul's Road in Nelson, chasing a cat that had my dead guinea pig in its mouth. So don't leave me alone with your cat. I'll stroke it in front of you. Then when you got the room, I'll kick it through the window.
Yes,
I've got a mental scar.
At least we know, Eric, that you won't stroke our pussies. Having said that, what were you going to say, Debbie?
going to let you into a really funny story, actually. My daughter lives in Parsons Green, and I was walking down King's Road, and I saw this cafe, and I didn't know. I saw these muffins in the window, okay? And one was a ginger one, and there was banana one, and all these different ones. I thought, oh, they look really nice. I could just really quite fancy a bit of cake. So I walked in and asked for one of these muffins from the window. It's put in a box for me. And then she said to me, can I get you anything to eat? And I thought, what a strange question. I've got a muffin. It's in the box. So I said, no, just the muffin, thank you. As I'm walking out, I see all these doggy things all over the wall. So I think you might be gathering where I'm going with this one. Yeah. So I go outside, and anyway, I thought, do you know, I could just do with a bite. It was a dog muffin. Why did she not tell me?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Human.
No.
This thing.
Did it taste nice?
It tasted salty, and it tasted sort of nothing really. But thank goodness I had a tissue to split it into. And I said to my daughter, I've just half eaten a dog thing. She said, what do you mean, Mum? Why would she say to me, can I get you anything to eat? And I thought, that's
that was
why
a giveaway.
Did she say, these are for dogs? Because she didn't tell me. So I ate.
Right.
Obviously, assumed you realised. Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
And well, if you ever come to my house and I cook for you, it will be for the dogs, and you'll be able to have some extra.
Okay. I didn't like the dog muffin. I don't think I like that food. Oh my God.
Oh.
But I think she enjoyed it. My little Crumpet enjoyed the rest of the cake.
So,
Eric,
Eric,
are you in?
I was going to say, Eric, what are you up to at the moment then?
What am I up to? Well, I've spent most of my life being an auctioneer, but 2.5 years ago, I got headhunted by this company that was selling stuff online. And we've actually opened up an emporium. I'm not going to call it a shop. We've got the ground floor of the Corn Exchange in Tunbridge Wells in the Pantiles. And it's a fantastic space. It's really fantastic. And we did it because I just found it rather soulless. Selling things online and just simply talking to people on a telephone or going through email trails and all that sort of thing. And this is an attempt where we actually get to meet people face to face. And if I say so myself, it's quite spectacular because there's a huge ceiling with a glass vault, and we've got fantastic chandeliers from Wilkinson's who look after the Queen's chandeliers and all the palaces, and they probably look after the Abramoviches and maybe the Kardashians. I had to have the Kardashians explain to me the other week, and I say, why would anybody do that to their bottom? You know, I mean, you know.
We've spent years, Eric, trying to get our bottoms smaller. I don't understand. Sorry to change the subject completely, but I'm sure as you are one of the girls, you'll understand this.
Yes.
We've went years for trying to get smaller bottoms. Now everyone wants bigger bottoms. I don't get it.
No.
Does my bum look big in this?
I really don't. I don't think it's a man thing. If you want the honest truth, I mean, I know J-Lo from all those years ago went down that route, didn't they? But she just wasn't. She wasn't bothered about. I mean, and she looked the part. But when they go to this exaggerated stuff, I mean, something you could put I don't know, you could probably put a tea tray on there, and you could drink your tea and coffee with. Anyway, I'm just there again. I'm an oldie. I really find it difficult to come to terms with ripped jeans that you pay a fortune for. Body art, well, listen, it's your body, you do what you like, but for me it's like, whoa,
I really don't see why people want big bottoms. And I also, do you girls know anyone that's had it done?
No.
I'd love to know what it feels like to sit up.
Not that anymore. It's halfway down my leg.
Well, I had some treatment for my bottom, didn't I, Debbie?
So you mean?
Linda's had some treatment on her bottom, haven't you, darling?
Treatment on my bottom.
Have you?
Well, Debbie and I do this show called Beauty Angels, which is a similar show to this, but all about beauty and things you can have done. And we found this wonderful clinic, Aesthetics, and they been doing this thing called M-Sculpt Neo, and they, remember the old Slender Tone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's not like that. It's not like that.
It's
Nothing like
that,
it.
but it's much more high tech in it. It reduces the fat and it increases the muscle cells.
Does it work?
They put these 2 pads on my bum, and my bum was going like this. So I don't know. I've only had one treatment. You had 4, but it's equivalent to doing, I don't know, like 2,000 squats in half an hour.
Oh, I'm up for that. Anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with them sculpts, and Linda's had it on her legs. I've had it on my arms, which is not bad. They look good. And I've had it on my tummy. So we're all very toned. On your tummy, it works really. Blokes have it. You could get a 6-pack in a second, Eric, if you haven't already got one.
Yeah.
The NFL players, the NFL players and people like that. So it's well tested, and they use it in America and on sportsmen. So Eric, have you ever had anything done to yourself?
No. No. I mean, my idea of having something done to myself at an extreme level is root and canal treatment. That's about it, really. I've not.
That is pretty horrible.
I've never felt the urge, and I mean, I felt the urge to have a 6-pack, and I've sent away for one, and it hasn't come yet. But I'm at that age whereby I'm trying to make sure. We try to go swimming 2 or 3 times a week. It's an open air pool. Yeah. And on a day like today, I just pretend that I'm swimming towards Barbados from St. Lucia or something like that, No, is the honest answer. And
well, listen, Eric, you're going to have a swim away from us at the moment because we've run out of time. But you are one of our favourite guests, and Sherry and Harriet send you big kisses. But we were the lucky ones to get you today.
No, well, listen, thanks for having me. And it adds another dimension to my life to just be one of the girls for 20 minutes or so.
Oh, thank you so much, darling. Thank you for joining us. Bye, darling.
Brilliant. Thank you.
And don't forget, Linda will always have that telephone kiosk in Rill.
We will. Let's hope it's not another 20 years till we meet again.
All the best.
Bye,
darling.
Bye.
Bye.
So thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been a brilliant show. Eric has now become one of the girls.
He has.
I think he's
him and Linda Lusardi had been in a phone box together.
Yes.
Who knew? I didn't even remember.
A little bit like Doctor Who. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us, for lovely Linda Lusardi and the fabulous Debbie Pavers. Thank you for coming in to join us. And we'll see you very soon, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Dormeo, home of a great night's sleep.